Los Angeles is set to make history for the third time by hosting the Olympic Games in 2028. However, this time the city is aiming to do something no other host city has ever achieved, hosting a profitable Olympics. Given that every Olympic Games since 1960 has gone over budget by an average of 172%, LA's ambitious goal might seem nearly impossible. But with a unique plan in place, it's possible that this could be the Olympics that sets a new precedent. Historically, the Olympics have not been a financially sustainable event for host cities. While the Games are supposed to bring in tourism, boost the economy, and provide long-term benefits, the reality is that most host cities are left with substantial debts and underused infrastructure after the event concludes. Let's explore why this is the case and how Los Angeles plans to defy the odds. A history of financial struggles. Over the years, many cities that have hosted the Olympics have faced financial disasters. Tokyo 2020, for instance, originally budgeted around $7 billion, but by the time the Games concluded, the costs had exceeded $13 billion. This doesn't even account for the revenue losses due to the lack of spectators caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly, Rio de Janeiro's 2016 Olympics cost an eye-watering $113 billion, and now many of its venues are left abandoned, gathering dust. The Olympic Village, once promised to provide future housing, remains partially deserted. London 2012, often viewed as a success, still went over budget by 76%, while Montreal took 30 years to pay off its debt from hosting the 1976 Olympics. Other cities like Barcelona, Athens, and Beijing also spent billions with questionable long-term returns. These cities hoped the Olympics would bolster their economies but ended up with massive debts and abandoned infrastructure instead. The problem? The Olympic infrastructure trap. The Olympic infrastructure trap. Many host cities build massive new venues and accommodations for athletes, but these structures are only designed to serve a 3-week event. Once the Olympics are over, these facilities are left largely unused, leading to the term white elephant expensive structures that no longer serve a purpose. For example, in Rio and Tokyo, entire neighborhoods were constructed from scratch just to accommodate the Games, resulting in enormous costs that went far beyond their intended budgets. This spending, while it may seem like a good idea in the short term, becomes a financial burden long after the Games are over. LA's bold strategy. Los Angeles has come up with a radical plan to avoid falling into the same financial pit as its predecessors. Rather than building new, costly venues, the city will leverage existing infrastructure and venues to host the 2028 Olympics. This could save billions of dollars in construction costs, which are often the primary source of overspending for host cities. The Los Angeles Organizing Committee aims to cover the $6.9 billion operating budget through private sources like sponsorships, broadcast rights, and ticket sales, rather than relying heavily on public funding. This marks a departure from the strategy employed by many previous hosts, where taxpayers shouldered a significant portion of the cost. Existing venues, a key to saving billions. Number 1. The Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This historic venue, which has already hosted the Olympics in 1932 and 1984, will once again host the opening and closing ceremonies in 2028. After undergoing a $315 million renovation, it now combines modern facilities with its iconic architecture. This will make the Memorial Coliseum the first stadium to host the Summer Olympics 3 times, solidifying its place in Olympic history. Number 2. SoFi Stadium. Known as the NFL's most expensive stadium, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood cost $5.5 billion to build. However, this state-of-the-art facility will play a major role in LA 2028. With advanced infrastructure for broadcasting, sophisticated crowd management systems, and an indoor-outdoor design, SoFi Stadium is perfectly equipped to host major events and will likely play a prominent role during the Games. Number 3. Crypto.com Arena, formerly Staples Center. In downtown Los Angeles, the Crypto.com Arena will host gymnastics events during the Olympics. This venue is regularly used for Lakers games and concerts, but its infrastructure has already been upgraded to meet Olympic standards, including improved lighting and locker rooms. Number 4. University of California, Los Angeles campus as the Olympic Village. University of California, Los Angeles' campus will serve as the Olympic Village, housing thousands of athletes. With a $136 million renovation to the Ply Pavilion, upgraded training facilities, and Olympic-sized pools, University of California, Los Angeles is well-equipped to host various Olympic events like wrestling and judo. The campus also has enough housing to accommodate 16,000 people. Number 5. University of Southern California's Galen Center. University of Southern California's Galen Center will be transformed into a world-class fencing venue. This adaptable venue is already used for a variety of sports events, including basketball and esports tournaments, making it a suitable location for fencing competitions. Number 6. Santa Monica Beach and other iconic venues. Santa Monica Beach, known worldwide for its picturesque beauty, will host beach volleyball events. The venue will be temporarily set up with stands, similar to how professional events are conducted there regularly. The Rose Bowl, which has previously hosted World Cup finals and Super Bowls, will be used for the Olympic soccer finals, further demonstrating LA's ability to utilize iconic existing venues. Avoiding traffic and improving transportation. One of the most well-known challenges of Los Angeles is its traffic. However, the city is using the 2028 Olympics as an opportunity to overhaul its public transportation system. By investing billions in expanding the metro lines and bus routes, LA hopes to ease traffic congestion and make getting around the city easier for both locals and tourists. The transportation plan includes adding 4,000 buses from neighboring cities, extending metro operating hours to 24/7, and creating dedicated Olympic lanes on major roads. A comprehensive ride-sharing and shuttle system will also be in place to help manage the increased number of commuters. During the Olympics, metro officials plan to handle 2.3 million rides per day, a significant increase from the current 1.2 million daily rides. By creating a well-connected network of transportation options, Los Angeles hopes to avoid the usual traffic jams that plague the city during large events. While the success of this plan remains to be seen, it represents a bold and necessary step in modernizing Los Angeles's transportation infrastructure. Can Los Angeles really achieve a profitable Olympics? While the plan for Los Angeles 2028 is certainly unique and promising, it's not without risks. There is always the possibility that delays in completing transportation projects or unforeseen cost overruns could derail the city's goal of hosting a profitable Olympics. The fact that Los Angeles is relying on private sources of funding rather than public funds means that the city is putting its financial success on the line. However, there are reasons to believe that Los Angeles could pull it off. The city has a track record of successfully hosting the Olympics in 1932 and 1984, the latter of which actually turned a profit. With smart budgeting, sponsorship deals, and the strategic use of existing infrastructure, Los Angeles has a chance to make this the most successful and profitable Olympics in history. A changing future for Olympic hosting. If Los Angeles can pull off a profitable 2028 Olympics, it could change the way future cities approach hosting the Games. Rather than relying on massive construction projects and heavy public spending, other cities could follow LA's lead by utilizing existing venues and infrastructure to minimize costs. This could make hosting the Olympics a more financially sustainable event, while still providing the global spectacle that the Games are known for. Los Angeles has a clear vision for how to avoid the mistakes of previous Olympic host cities. By using existing venues, overhauling the transportation system, and focusing on private funding, the city has a chance to set a new standard for what it means to host the Games. Whether or not Los Angeles succeeds remains to be seen, but their approach is certainly a step in the right direction for the future of the Olympics. And there you have it, folks. If you want to stay updated on all things Los Angeles 2028 and the wild world of major sporting events, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on what's coming next. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Los Angeles' plan will work, Or is it just too good to be true? We're all ears.